Now, the private equities at TPG seem to have money burning a hole in their pockets. Last week, they were kicking the Nine Networks tyres. This week, they were having another crack at beaten-up surfwear business Billabong. There's another scoop for the Financial Review, Joe. Yes, that was
another great scoop. We had quite a few this week. So TPG's come back to have another go after they were rebuffed at a much higher price, actually. Yeah. A couple of months ago. They're pretty lucky in a way that TPG is still interested.
Well, they are. I mean, there's several bids on at the moment, but this one is by no means a done deal. I mean, Gordon Merchant has said he may be interested in accepting a bid this time. He may actually become part of the bidder organisation and not sell his shares, but it's still subject to due diligence. Of course, we've got Dulux has increased its bid for Alesco. But the pardon me, the Alesco board has knocked it back, and the bid has been declared final. So there's a big chance that might fall over. And also, APA lifted its bid for Hastings, but it's mainly scrip, and scrip has a habit of being pushed down just at the time the bidder doesn't want it to happen.
That's right.
So there is plenty of takeover action in the Australian market at the moment, but none of the bids are clean and easy and obvious.
Is there any one factor driving that, the increase in M&A?
Well, look, M&A tends to increase, when the market gets too cheap. And as we heard from the CEO of AFIC before, I mean, the market has been bumping along for a while.
And look, if I can speculate here, admittedly, I think our retailers might look really cheap. If our thesis at Montgomery Investment Management about iron ore is right, then what we might see is a fall in the Australian dollar. Now, that's not going to change the long-term structural economics of retailers, but it may cyclically improve the situation because people tend to buy from Australia rather than overseas because it's not as cheap anymore. And I think we may see some more M&A activity in the retail space. And I actually am going to throw my hat in the ring and suggest that it might be DJs or Myer.
Really? And why, given the pretty shady outlook for department stores generally, why would
I think private equity need to make big acquisitions. So they're not interested in a reject shop. They're not interested in fantastic furniture or that sort of business. They need a big footprint, a big business. And remember this, private equity only needs to make a 5% improvement at the EBITDA level. And because of the leverage involved, they can make a 25% return for their investors. Well, and they need a big business.
I'm trying to say this, Roger. Private equity might have a crack, and let's just remember, it was only a few years ago that private equity bought two of the big television networks in this country.
Well, I'm not saying they're going to make money out of it.
Both of those investments have been disasters.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying they'll make money out of it. I'm just saying that the ducks seem to be lining up.